Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're digging into the suspension. We'll be removing upper and lower control arms, redoing all ball joints, new tie rod ends, and steering.
Wow. Maybe even the sway bar bushings.
Maybe even some new sway bar bushings.
Yeah, let's dig in.
Ball joints are connected to the upper and the lower control arms.
Yep. Yeah. First we gotta get this wheel off.
First we gotta get the wheels off.
These are studdable. Look at these. These are snow crawlers. That's nice. What's that?
This here is a fancy tool for fancy people to remove fancy things.
Whoa. Is that oil filter wrench?
No, this is an auto free hub wrench.
Oh, okay.
Not to be confused with a oil filter wrench.
Whoa, what's in there?
Snap ring.
Okay, we gotta get that snap ring off so we can pop the hub off probably.
Remove the tire.
Yeah. Remove the tire.
That's what you gotta do to remove the tire.
Right, yeah, okay. Let's get to work. So it's not the worst, but like all the bump stops are gone. That's supposed to be a bump stop right there. Everything's just a little crusty. I mean, you can see these bushings are toast. The ball joints, they felt fine, but like bushings, just toast. All the bushings.
All of them.
All of them. So we're just gonna do all new, all of it. All right. That's disassembled. What we're left with is this, which we're gonna clean up and pour 15 all this. And make it look like the rest of the frame, right?
That's right. We gotta
Yeah.
make it look real nice.
Did you get dirty?
No.
Brother,
I always look like this.
Me too. What's that piece there?
This is the upper control arm.
Oh, brand new.
Brand new.
Brandon new. And we've got our brake line bracket, powder coated, new ball joint, new bump stops. Those are OEM, which is OEM if you say it like a word.
And it's straight from the UAE.
Straight from the UAE of Japan. So these are the new control arms we've got. That started out as a Mevotech. Yeah, we already did.
This is the first one.
This is the first one for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, look at our Rock Auto magnet collection. Wow. Look at that. What you got that big box of parts for? What is all this?
So this thing can go where I want it to go,
Which is?
left or right.
Okay, so this must be steering components. We got all Mevotech Supreme because that's one of the few options left for this.
And they're overbuilt for durability.
They are overbuilt for durability and durability. We're gonna redo all the steering because it's worn, it's tired. This is, you know, I mean, I don't know if you see that. That's a little more play than we want.
You can really see it on here.
Yeah, so we've got the one coat of Pour 15 on this, which you just saw, and while it's drying, we're gonna tackle the steering and the sway bar, and then we'll get a second coat on it, put this all back together, this driver's side suspension, and then the front end should be done.
Absolutely.
Which is nice because it'll turn and go over bumps at the same time.
That's good.
Which is good because we're gonna be crawling, mall crawl, dirt wall. All right, let's get to work.
Get to work.
All right, how old is this truck?
Older than most people.
Older than most people. Look at these bolts. So these are the bolts that hold the pitman arm here to the frame. Or that's the idler arm, I'm sorry. Idler. Look at these things. They look brand new.
That's how they came out.
That is how they came out. So that's
how they're going back in.
Exactly, yes. Both of them are like that. Look at
those
that.
in. Look at that.
We don't want a banana slip out.
You don't want a banana slip out.
What do we do?
We're steering in the right direction.
Well, at least the right one.
At least the right.
Yeah. So we got the sway bar finished and the steering stuff all finished. Bolted up, painted, everything looks really nice. We're waiting to torque it till everything's assembled. So now what we can do is hit all this with the second coat of Pour 15. And then once that's dry, we'll put all those control arms back on and then attach the steering and sway. And that's the front end, bud.
That's it.
We did real good. Truck stuff.
Truck stuff.
You're buttoning up the finish?
Button up the finish button.
Yeah. So we got the torsion bars in. He's putting the last lock nut, jam nut, on the torsion bars. And we have the front suspension, steering, and sway bar completely finished. Everything looks real good. Everything's torqued.
Everything ended up fine.
Just look at it. We're happy with that. You happy with that?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Happy.
There's your part number if you need one of these.
Which we did.
That one's upside down. Great. Yeah, so you tighten these till there's a certain length sticking up. And they are different per side. And that's how you know you got it. There's an alignment mark on these under this boot. You stick it in there and then you twist it till you get the right length up there. Same with the sway bar links. These don't have a torque spec. It's a how much thread is showing. Same with these. But yeah. Front suspension's done. Start it up.
What's in the box?
What box?
This box.
Oh, it's intercooler time. What do we have here?
Let's get chilly.
This is
The TRD.
the TRT. This isn't a Yoder.
This is the TDR.
Nope.
This is the TRN.
The Treadstone
Treadstone TR8.
TR8. Yeah. So we have a 20G and we're on pump gas. This is rated
Up to 500.
Up to 500, according to Treadstone. We're not going to be pushing that much. We have the TR6 on the Gallant. If you haven't seen that, go click up. Yeah, that one.
This way.
Yeah, and it's plenty for that. So this is the next step up. This would be between the one that's on the Gallant and the one that's on Snoopy.
Between the two.
Between the two. So this is what we're going to put on the truck, and we're going to put it on the front of the truck, somewhere right in here. We're thinking maybe we can use these holes to make some brackets. We measured and it fits perfectly. Well, why don't you grab that? We'll show them, we'll kind of mock it up what we were thinking. We measured this, it fits so nicely. So somewhere floating right in here, and we can use these, open up these holes that are already there to get our pipes through. Just put some 90s right on it, make some brackets, and that'll sit in that space, and it's out of the way of the radiator. We got no AC.
What AC?
What AC? And it's still behind, it's behind the plane of the grill. So that's gonna be great.
It's gonna fit perfect.
We really like Treadstone intercoolers. If they would sponsor us, that would be cool. But
we'll probably run your product.
We'll probably run your product anyway, because they're good. They really are good. Yeah, so we're gonna start working on this, getting the intercooler figured out. What's the shape you've got here?
This weird
You big brained this thing?
A rough prototype.
Yeah, there's our prototype. And
this is what we're gonna make.
That's backwards.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so Brandon's finishing up the other bracket. And basically this is what we started with, some stock I had laying around. So this goes on the side tank of the intercooler, and then we'll use these two bolt holes here, right there, that we used for the radiator. We'll go through this bracket into those bolt holes, and then in the side of this into the side of the intercooler, like this. Boy, he is making a racket. So yeah, it'll go like this on both sides. What are you making?
Some bracketry for the intercoiler.
Intercoiler bracketry?
Yeah.
Nice.
We want it to stay where we want it to go.
Wait, an intercooler? Is this thing turboed?
This is 4G63 with a T on it.
Yeah.
And when you got a T,
you need an I.
You need an I.
Yeah. All right, that looks sketchy.
You don't like this?
I don't like that.
I like it better when I shake it.
All right. Don't try this at home.
Tune in next week to see if I still have all my fingers.
So we've got it in.
We got it in.
It's perfectly level somehow. We've got these aluminum bushings. The inner part of these is rubber, so it is shock mounted in a way. Yeah, so this lines us up right here. So like I said, maybe we'll need to open these up. This one is bigger than this side. You can see that's a little narrower, but a little taller. We'll see what we got to do. This is the old intake for the carburetor. It went up to the air cleaner here and sat on top of the old carb. And we're thinking we might be able to use this as an air intake to our cone filter that'll go down to the turbo inlet, but that's for another time. This looks great. And we still have plenty of flow under here up to the radiator, also through here. The radiator will be taller than this, stick out the top and the bottom. So it'll have plenty of room. Yeah, let's see what it looks like with the radiator. There it is. We got the radiator in where it was, and we got all kinds of clearance. No issues here. So these two bolts here are studs that go through and get our bracket here, that we still need to coat that up. And then over here, same deal, but we've got a lower one to catch that bolt right there. And then That one right there. Oh, there's a little peekaboo for the other bolt. So we've got an upper and a lower here on this side, and then this side we've just got this bracket to there. And yeah, the intercooler, I mean, it fits great in that space. It really does. Yeah, I suppose like if we needed to, we could have gotten a taller one. Like if we had more horsepower and needed a bigger intercooler. Like no wider for sure, but taller it would fit. If anyone...
It's just asking for piping now.
It's just asking for some pipes. So here's our challenge now. We've got to go from here to here. And that's our cold side. So we've got to get our blow-off valve on here. I mean, you could put... People put the blow-off valve on the hot side too. Traditionally, it goes on the cold side. We might be able to make that work here. We've got to get underneath this tray and come up here. We'll figure something out. And then this one, the outlet of the turbo is right about here. So this one's not going to be hard at all. We just kind of have to go whoop right through this hole. It's almost straight. It's almost straight. We could even clock the turbo so it's straight.
Yeah.
Maybe. It depends how close we get.
We don't have much room to too much.
No. We could have the turbo outlet come up more easily. But it gets close to this.
Coming off the bottom.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good step.
Progress.
Shootouts in 60 days. We gotta get to work. Yeah.
It's not gonna go anywhere. We're still here. And now we're...
Sit down.
Wait, what was it?
You're saying...
What's the line? What's in the box?
Wait.